So when I went in to interview for JTC, it's three dudes and then another guy sitting here, director. And he's like, "What were you doing before this?" And I'm like, "I was in prison for 6 years, attempted murder." And that's when it was like, they all sat back. And I said, "Yeah, but all that prepared me for where I am now." I grew up in South Central LA, and my mom thought it'd be best for me and my brother to go to Brentwood Science Magnet. It was a big difference. The energy out there was real positive. Going to Brentwood, being in the area, seeing people walking, exercising, bike riding. Then when we would go back down to South Central, graffiti on the wall and dope fiends and things like that. So and then you start kind of noticing your place in the world and how you're basically being geared to be a certain way. I really didn't understand education. I really didn't take it serious. It was kind of like, why am I here? What's the purpose? Just finish high school, you'll be okay, which most inner city kids' parents tell them. Just finish high school, and you'll be able to get a job. And basically, that's one reason why I was going, but I really didn't want to go. And the street hustlers, I'm looking at them, they having fun, they got the women, they got the cars. I'm looking like, I want that. That makes more sense to me with the Brentwood lifestyle than to just finish school and then what? And I'm meeting all these dudes, and I'm doing different things, learn things from them, and just getting more of a reputation. Once I actually graduated from high school, I actually went to go take the test for the Navy. Because I knew, like, dude, if I stay out here in these streets, I'm going to get killed or I'm going to kill somebody. I knew it. Couldn't pass the test. Couldn't pass the algebra. Because basically I didn't pay attention to it in school. Wow, here it is, I want to change, but because of my lack of education, I can't. So it was like at that point right there, I made up in my mind, like, dude, I'm going full-fledged banging. So get to Centinela State Prison, and I'm like, all right, cool. You've made it. That's what I'm telling myself. Like, you made it. You got what you was looking for. And I ended up running into this guy named Cousin Kerry from 60s, which is one of my enemies. But he's an older dude. "What's up, man?" And he be like, "Hey, man, you seem sharp, dude. I got some books for you." He's real persistent. So I was like, all right, man, I'll read the books. So I remember I read the book, Black Man, Single, Obsolete, and Dangerous, took it upstairs, read it. I couldn't even sleep for like 2-3 days after I read it. Because everything it described in the book was me. And I was like, man, this is me. It was like hitting me like with some cold realities, that I couldn't even deny. And I was like, man, dude, I'm basically a leech on my own community and basically destroy my community into my own people. I just started really just studying people and really just seeing how everybody kind of has similar stories, that we weren't really that much different. Everybody grew up single parent home, abusive home. You had dudes that been molested, and that's why they were acting out, but nobody really knew how to articulate why they were doing what they were. I think what really drove it home is when they would have like college students come in and like walk through the prison, and they would lock us up, and they were like looking at us like we were animals. Like it felt like we were like in the zoo. And the dudes actually, they were so gone, they would be in there working out. They would take their shirts off, and they would be all huddled at the thing, trying to get the females to look at them. And I remember I'd just be sitting there like, it's just pathetic. So me sitting back now, educating, being more conscious, and really seeing the foolishness behind it, I was just like, nah, dude, I can't do this. I can't go out like this. I refuse to go out like this. I know I'm better than this, So I was taking classes and doing all of that, going full force. I was going to school from 7 in the morning to like 7, 9 o'clock at night. That's all I would do is work out and go to school. Figure every application that I put in, I had to put on there attempted murder. So when I went in to interview for JTC, it's three dudes and then another guy sitting here, director. And he's like, "What were you doing before this?" And I'm like, "I was in prison for 6 years, attempted murder." And that's when it was like, they all sat back. And I said, yeah, but all that prepared me for where I am now. I said, right now I sell mattresses. I got my permit. I use the money from there to get my tools, my equipment. I said, I wrote a book. And one dude's like, "You wrote a book?" I'm like, yeah, I wrote a book. I work with the youth, this, and this. And their whole energy changed. And I knew right then and there, because two of the guys, they were just like looking at me, and they was just like, I could just see it. They was like, man, we gonna get this guy a chance. And I was in the apprenticeship. And that's where the real journey started.